guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a simple notepad or note sheet using Canva that you can use to print out or to make low content books and publish them on KDP. So we're going to start with a clean page here, and I'm going to start with our notes. I'm going to note that font is Open Sans. That's what I've used. So I'm going to open a new panel and put in a font text element there, and I'm going to type in the word notes. Open Sans is a free font available for free Canva users, so it's a great modern font to use for minimalistic designs. Now I'm going to position this right about where that margin is, halfway. That's where I felt that it looked the best. The next thing we're going to work on is this bar here. That's our status or data bar, and that's actually made with a line instead of a square shape. So I'm going to grab a unit, which is a line element available in the element section right here, and I'm going to use the adjustment tool there at the top, right there, and we're going to make this thicker so that it looks almost like a box by sliding this bar over as far as we would want it to go. That might look a little bit too thick, so let's make it a little smaller. That's just right. And I used the little switch there to make the edges rounded. Now I'm going to position this right underneath the notes text box and make sure that this is aligned perfectly. Sometimes these lines are a little bit finicky. They're not straight like boxes are. When you move them, you have to actually make sure that they are aligning perfectly. Now we're going to focus on our days bar, our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday bar. I've also used the same font for this, so this is a very simple design. So I'm going to open up a new text box there on the left, or I'll duplicate this one right here, actually, maybe. And then we're going to write our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday using the same font, and I want to make that white so that it looks like it's coming through that actual status bar that we have up there. And let's expand this, move it into position, expand the text box, and I want to align this to the right. Just like that. So now we're going to type in Monday through Sunday, and we're going to put some spaces in between every letter. About 5 spaces would be good. I was fidgeting around with this, and I initially started with about 3 spaces, but then I felt that maybe 5 spaces was a little bit better for people who like to circle these. It gives you a lot of leeway room to be able to make your circles and not be interfering with any other letters that are there. Now we're going to bold this so that it really can contrast against its background. And here we're finicking and tinkering with our spacing to make sure that it's accurately spaced, comfortable for anyone using this with a pencil or pen as a printable, or even as a digital upload to digital notebooks like Remarkable or Scribe. The next thing we're going to work on is our date. I'm going to duplicate this, move it to the left, and this time we're going to align this to the left. And we will just type in the word date followed by a colon. Just like that. And then we want our text box to not be as long because we're going to put a line there. That's not made with an underscore. That's an actual line that we're going to grab and move over just like that. We're going to make it thinner using our panel here as we showed earlier. I think 2 or 3 would be a good size, and then we're going to make that shorter so that it's not as big. Make the color white so that it contrasts very nicely against its darker gray background. Now in my initial template I have a shorter line. I'm going to leave this one longer. Some people like to write out their dates, some people like to use digits. I'd rather people have the option. Next thing we're going to work on is our line system. So this is a block that's grouped, made of a series of different blocks put together. So we're going to scroll down to our page, bring in a line, just like that, expand it from one side to the other, and now remember, you have to ensure that these lines are aligned properly. An easy way to do this is to grab it and bring it down to the margin, its closest margin. That's an easy way to see if your lines are straight. Align it like that. Now that it's straight, you can move it back to where you want it to be, and you know that it's going to be straight. Adjust it, move it right into place right here. I think I might adjust it just a little bit more. Right there. We're going to thin this line out as we've been doing. Number 1 is the great choice for this. I'm going to use this dotted line here. This is going to make it look a little bit different compared to normal lines that are, simple. If you can see here, it's squares. If we hit this rounded point system, it's going to turn all these little dots into rounded spherical dots. And that's what I want to see. I don't want to see a lot of little boxes. And now we're going to duplicate this to create a new line and pay close attention to how we're going to adjust our spacing, because every subsequent line that we create will duplicate with the same spacing, just like this. And once we create our last little line in this box, I'm going to group them together by highlighting them. I missed one there. We're going to highlight them, and then we're going to hit group. This is going to ensure that I can just duplicate a larger section instead of duplicating one line at a time over and over and over again. Canva offers a lot of good tools that make creating designs less tedious, and one of my favorite ones to use is the grouping option, especially on lines, which can become tedious when you're creating printables or pages like that. And we're down to our last one, maybe. We're going to put that into place, and that's going to be the last one we're going to use. So now I'm going to group this all together by highlighting the entire section and making it one group. This will allow me to move the entire thing around if I need to, instead of having a series of smaller boxes. Group, just like that. Now it's all become one element together. Our final thing that we're going to do is create our memo patch right there. We're going to use a box for that, not a line. And I'm going to bring it in just like that, bring it all the way down to where I want it to be. And I'm thinking of making this one a little bit thicker than I did on our sample up there, because it just allows you more space to write more memos and things of that nature. And I'm going to contrast this and make it a lighter gray so that it's easier to see what you're writing when you're writing it in the memo section. So we're going to grab that, highlight it, adjust it right to where I want it to be, which looks good right there. Now we're going to change the color to this lighter gray that I have here. And we're going to duplicate a text box that we have here, make sure that that's bolded so that we really got a good contrast, and duplicate that and bring it all the way, copy and paste. I don't know why that pasted there, but we're going to copy and paste and put it right there, and we're going to type in the word memo. Put our colon and stretch it out. And that's pretty much it. We've created a very simple notebook text thing, paper that you can use as a printable or as a template or as a digital notebook. And you can sell these as low content books on Amazon KDP or any other place where you can sell digital files. This is an easy way to make money using Canva, making templates for other people, or even use it for yourself. I hope you like this video. Please stay tuned for the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if this video helped you. And consider supporting Cathy's templates on Patreon. Every single supporter helps us create more templates and make more videos that help people learn how to use the powerful tool of Canva without having any design skills whatsoever. I'll see you next time.
Check out our new listing. These printable university note sheets include lecture notes in lined and block format, course note sheets to record important course information, study note sheets to study chapter by chapter, Cornell note sheets to organize your thoughts using the system preferred by top universities and students, and handy citation guide sheets to record your source data for bibliographies and citations. Purchase includes each sheet in our 7 available colors. Take your university studying to the next level with Cathy's templates.